Yesterday to this. Uh, I think today also Maharaj will not be able to join. So we can start our reading. Those devotees who would like to volunteer can raise hands. Meanwhile, I'll start first letter. I'll be reading first letter, then devotees can read. Letter to Madhuchar, Bombay, 4th February, 1972. My dear Madhuchar, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 25th January 1972. And so far, we have a record and we have not received a letter of 1.5 months back containing $5 check. So you may cancel that check and issue another if you wish. As we are always moving about, it is not unusual for the mail to become diverted sometimes for months. I am very pleased that you have been appointed as president for Phoenix, Arizona Center. Now you are being forced by Krishna to advance in Krishna consciousness because you must set the perfect example for all others to follow and be always very responsible and sober. I think you will have no difficulty as long as our routine work is attended to nicely and the highest standards are maintained. Routine work means rising early, cleansing, chanting minimum 16 rounds, having kirtan, reading scriptures, deity worship, like that. Simply always keep yourself engaged in these matters of regular activity as sincerely as possible and do not neglect them for a moment. Then your all other activities will come out successful. And you can be very certain that very soon you will find yourselves situated on the highest platform of perfectional stage. I am very much encouraged to hear from you that you're teaching Krishna consciousness in the schools. This is our best field for making demons into devotees. So if you give intelligent presentation of our Krishna philosophy in all the schools and colleges, there will be no end of devotees to push this movement on all over the world. Simply demonstrate chanting and dancing and induce them to participate. Then give them nice philosophy talk with question and answers. Distribute prasadam profusely. Ask them to buy our books and magazines and study them closely. That's all. Try for this program and that will help me very much. Thank you for helping me in this way. I hope this will meet you in good health and cheerful mood. Your ever well wisher, AC Bhaktivedanta Swami. तू कर ओके आगे कर नेक्स्ट लेटर सुतप बरिक माता जी.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Letter to Giriraja, Sydney, 12th April 1972. My dear Giriraja, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated April 5, 1972, and I have noted the contents with great pleasure. It appears to be very encouraging. Regarding the pandal, I do not know why they have not removed it yet because we have ordered them to take it away. So, if they have not done it, that is their business. We are not going to pay more that we have already paid. But if they are willing to sell the whole things at cost price, we are willing to purchase the whole thing. If possible, negotiate it this way. Regarding construction of our own structure, 40 into 40 inches, that can be accepted. This prasadam distribution item is very very important, and it is so much pleasing to me that in the beginning so many children are coming for taking prasadam, and that supply of rice has come automatically. Please continue this program rigidly. By prasadam distribution you will do service to the Lord, and the public will be pleased upon you as well. Gradually increase the number of guests and do not deny anyone. Continue in this way. Whatever is there, distribute equally. It may not be very such, but no one should be denied equal portions. Regarding building fund money, yes, you may draw on that, but Mr. Mehta's and all other bills should be checked and passed by our Indira Devi. We do not know about Mehta's estimate. When I asked him to estimate, he told me, don't worry about it. But another person gave us estimation without bricks at rupees 1800. Of course, there is now much brickwork, so it must be more than that. But I do not think it is that much as you have said. But as we have made no contract, we shall pay him whatever he asks. But first show it to Indira Devi, and if she says it is all right, then pay it. I wanted to pay for the whole thing from the sovereign fund, but they say it is all finished. So I do not know what is the present position. Madhudvesa said the sovereign fund was rupees 95,000. Whether it is spent, then pay from building fund. What can be done? If they had done as I instructed from the beginning, instead of paying so much money for this temporary pandal, then things would have been better. Now we want to get books from America in any quantity, provided there is possibility of sale there, and the whole proceeds of sale will be employed in building our Bombay, Brindavan and Mayapur projects. So, make plan in consultation with others how to do it. If we have regular plan of selling books, then there will be no scarcity of money, and it will be easier to get books from Japan and sell them and utilize them than to receive money from America. So I do not think there is need for any transactions for 5 Krishna books. In Bombay, there are many charitable institutions and trusts. So, if you approach them and they are convinced about our activities, enough money can be collected intelligently. I never suggested for a round building. Every inch of the available land should be utilized for a skyscraper. I do not know if Saurava has made any designs. So, if so, let him send them to me along with site plan. So I may make suggestions and give him directions how to do it. If you make friendship with the education minister, then he can recommend to all the colleges and schools, specially for purchasing our books. And beside that, if he allows our men to speak in the colleges about our Krishna consciousness movement. But you will have to convince him that Krishna consciousness is not a religious faith. Actually, study of the Bhagavad Gita is the only source of understanding what is the secular state. Krishna is the source of all human cultural contributions, and his book is the most widespread read all over the world. So if you can convince this education minister that this Krishna conscious movement is cultural, one big professor Dimok has given in his introduction to my Bhagavad Gita as it is that every college student should read this book. Samasundara can send you a copy of his statement if you require. So if in other colleges beyond India it is so recommended, why not in India? So the education minister must advise these books should be read. This will give us example for approaching central government. There are so many things to be done. Ask Radharaman Goswami and Hirodakshay and Ramananda that it is my desire to simply engage themselves in translation work. Why Ramananda is now in a slack for translation work. You can ask him on my behalf what it his intention. So for the time being, all three should only translate. So we can publish many literatures in local language. All Hindi and Bengali literatures should be composed in India and sent for printing by Dai Nippon in Japan. That will be nice progress. I am going to Japan to make further arrangements with Dai Nippon to get these things done very nicely. As soon as possible, we should open our own school and teach children Krishna conscious Krishna consciousness through English medium. That is one of our programs. Our school will not be government recognized because we cannot follow the government syllabus. We want to teach only Krishna consciousness. Also in Mayapur and Vrindavan, we must have schools. And if Srimate Morarji cooperates with this scheme, then we can do something combinedly instead of separately. We are distributing our own prasadam free. Why another business should be there? Anyone is open to take our prasadam free. Better, Srimati Morarji may contribute rice, dal, etc. for this prasadam distribution program. According to our Vedic system, prasada distribution should not be on the line of hotel or canteen business. Whatever prasadam we can distribute, that should be done free of charges. So, to summarize, we should distribute free prasadam and try to introduce immediately Krishna consciousness instruction to the students through Prabhu, English medium. I know many parents are eager to educate their wards through English medium. If we can introduce this system, our girls' disciples may be engaged our teaching them. A little English grammar, reading and writing, geography, arithmetic, history, Sanskrit, but all of them should be Krishna conscious. That is Bhagavata program. Komara Acharar Prajno Dharman Bhagavatan Iha. Madhudvesa has written one letter to Samasundara expressing his desire to come to this side. So, if you think that you can manage without his help, then he is welcome to come this side. There is very good scope this side for Sankirtana party. The Sydney and Melbourne people are doing specially nice. Hoping this meets you and all the nice devotees in Bombay in good health and very jolly mood. Your ever well wisher AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Please let me know Indira's former addresses.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Uh,
Prabhu, one question there. Actually, for the free prasadam, Prabhupada is asking to distribute free prasadam, but we used to take coupon na for prasadam, and for few of the cases we distribute freely, but also getting prasadam from temple we charge some coupon. So now why we're doing that? If you can explain that.
Mataji, write it down and keep it with you.
Okay.
And tomorrow Maharaj will be joining. So you ask this question to Maharaj directly.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Uh, next, uh, next, Kanhu Charan Jina, Bhuvaneshwar. Kanhu Charan Jina.
Hare Krishna Bhagavan. Letter to Bhavananda, Auckland, 14 April 1972. My dear Bhavananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of the letter dated April 4, 1972. And I have noted the contents with great pleasure and relief because my special interest is in Mayapur. That's the best manner of programs. Constructing buildings, preaching, Sankirtana like that. Now in Mayapur, there are two much important programs. Namely, first of all, a school must be started in English medium. The children may work in the temple compound for gardening and cleansing. Then they shall attend class. If they are given sufficient comfort, they will stay with us and develop nicely. Comfort means no bodily discomfort, and for the Krishna consciousness education, many Calcutta rise when will send their children. Actually, the Bhakti Vinod Institute was started for this purpose, but they have turned it into an ordinary school. The second important program is this distribution of prasadam without any discrimination, so that everyone will get equal portion, no matter how little or how much is there. Our girls can be engaged for teaching as well as temple worship. Mr. Mr. Bajoria will be a very good example if the leading man of every city takes this example of installing Radha Krishna deities in the home exactly as in our temple. Then our preaching will be very successful. But they must learn the art of worshipping and following the regulative principles from us. As soon as the employee hired priests, the whole thing will be spoiled. Members of the household should learn to worship the deity as we are doing. Following the regulative principles, then it will be successful. We want every house to be a temple, not that our place should be the only place for the people to come. No, this should be the process that they learn at our place and establish the same thing at home. So this Bajoria program should be considered as one of our successful points of preaching. So he should be encouraged, but he should be requested at the same time to have no higher twist. Then it will spoil. Your ideas for Rath Yatra are nice, so do it like that. If you want any suggestion or points, I shall give you. I suggested to make a smaller Rath of wood, finely carved with silver plating if possible. If not, we can have a nice Ratha in the normal way. In childhood, my Ratha used to go to this temple. So if this again introduced, it will be again very much appreciated by Radha Govinda. Hoping this meets you in good health. Your ever well wisher, S.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami.
Thank you so much, Shubham. Next letter, uh, Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Letter to Giriraja, Tokyo, 23rd April 1972. My dear Giriraja, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated April 15th, 1972, and I have noted the contents. This food distribution program is to be done very, very nicely, as I have already written in the last letter. Generally, people make a plea that why are these so many hungry and nagged? So we invite all hungry and nagged people to come to us and we will give them food and clothing and Krishna consciousness as well. This will attract the general public and there will never be any shortage of foodstuffs. So continue regularly. In Bombay, there are many generous persons who like food distribution programs, and actually one our temple should be the via media for feeding the poor with food and spiritual knowledge. Our Bombay program should be based on giving Krishna consciousness through the English medium and distribution prasadam without any discrimination. This will enhance our prestige and will accelerate our spiritual life as well. The temple program of Arati, Kirtana, Boga offerings, discourses, etc. should continue. There should be no neglect of that program. You can have the gardeners decorate the whole land with flowers and if possible some fruits also. Have a boundary fence so that everyone cannot enter it. So far, your hide Brahmin cook, since we have our Prasadam distribution program, this may be necessary. But he must be clean, no smoking, and he must wear kanti beads, sorry. As far as possible, he must follow our principles. The temple foundation should be done first. There are many engineers in Calcutta who can give us free service, and if some of them can be brought at our expense to see the to see to the supervision, that will be nice. Everything must be done very cautiously. For clearing the debt of Mr. Nair, he has to be paid the 3 lakhs per year. That means if you make one member daily, that will be 3 lakh 60,000 per year. So you should make one member for clearing his debt and one member for construction. This should be the calculation. Our latest edition of Krishna book is very handy and just like an ordinary story book. It can be distributed to every student and gentleman and to the all English speaking public. Our men can be engaged for this purpose. You can make one advertisement that can read like this. Read Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, available in all bookstores, 3 volumes, rupees 15. So far, funds from USA. If needed, he will, if need be, we shall help. The program should be that you take from the USA and much money as you want in the shape of books. The whole amount can be engaged in building and construction work. For For example, Krishna books cost 75 cents and 3 copies. 75 cents for 3 copies. So if USA has sent you the books at cost price, you can make profit by selling at 1.25 profit per set. And you haven't got to pay back even the cost. This arrangement will be nice. Otherwise, in case of emergency, the other arrangements can also be adopted. If we get our plans sanctioned, automatically we will get customers for our flats. But we must get all these occupants as devotees, and you can consult with Indra regarding this matter. There are many devotees who are prepared to accept. The 2 Parsi sisters should be allowed to come and go as they like, and they should try to understand our procedures, follow the principles, and they are welcome. There are many Parsis in Bombay who are willing to come, and it only takes some organizing in the matter. Mahansha can help you in this way. Regarding money from USA, you can correspond with Karandara. I cannot understand why our magazines were lying at the docks for 3 months. Is it that nobody took the time to clear them or what? Hoping this will meet you in good health and happy mood. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Next letter, Surbe Singh.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Letter to Kirtananda, Tokyo, 2nd May 1972. My dear Kirtananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 25th April 1972, and I was expecting your check for a long time. I have been dreaming for a long time that you sent something, but I didn't get. So now I am coming to Los Angeles by 20th May, and you must come there to meet me. You are the first sannyasi of my institution, so I expect greater things from you than the others. Lord Krishna has given you the chance, so do this preaching work very nicely. He will continue to give us all opportunity if we remain sincere and serious. Yes, that is a nice proposal if you speak like a learned scholar. Everything is there in our books, so learn it. Put in your own way by reproducing. You are also materially well educated, so reproduce what I have taught in your own language. These things are new thoughts in your Western countries. Everyone will be interested. Writing is also required. Let it be published first in our BTG, then sometimes they may be printed into books also. So far, threads and beads you were moving around, but so far I know everything was sent to Atlanta Center. But if someone has taken there or if they were lost in mailing, I do not know. I am coming there soon so we can adjust it then. I shall not be able to come to your programs in early May as I am in Hawaii, but you are my representative, you can do it. I am very much pleased that you have got me also one bus for my traveling there. That was my ambition. Now you are all fulfilling all of the ambitions. At the present moment, I take with me three assistants, so my book writing is going on. So that is not stopped by my traveling. So now I can go on touring and my writing will go on. So if we have got our own bus, that will be very nice. I very much appreciate the photos you have sent. They should be published in our BTG. Sometimes, after if you take a bus in India, it will be very, very greatly appreciated. My blessings to Vishnujan, Silavati, and all others. I am very much pleased with all these activities. This is carrying out the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One thing is prasadam being distributed profusely on this traveling party. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Bhakti. So, time is over. So, we'll uh, see you next reading. We'll continue it from tomorrow onwards. Thank you so much for this.